Hi, everybody. It's Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and I'm here with all of my friends on a Friday so that we can bring you the Cool Crone Oracle. Tonight, we're going to be talking about let's be done with poverty thinking, and I'll talk more about that in a little while. Right now, I'd like to let each of my guests introduce themselves and what's going on their platforms. And we have a special guest tonight, and you will meet her in a minute. Okay, Gerald, take it away. What's going on for you? And hello.
Hello, I'm Tara Stash. My link is below. Please follow me because I've got lots of good stuff coming up. I also on Tuesday introduced a new hashtag. It's called hashtag mental health magic. I encourage everyone to go watch it because four of us talk about different types of magic that we do for our mental health and to support ourselves. So very, very good topic. So I'm glad to have that. And I do want to encourage everybody to please give this video a thumbs up because I know Colleen is going to ask you, but I will. So there you go. Thumbs up, everybody.
Thank you very much, Gerald. And Gerald is my co-host this evening, and he does all the hard work. So I can just sit here and look pretty. That's the whole point. Okay. All right. Val, hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm happy to be here on the Cool Crone Oracle because it is quite an amazing group of psychics, and so happy to be with all of you in the audience. I just have the usual shows coming up, Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, the Messages for Light Workers. Those are the main ones that I can think of for now, but I'm just really wanting you to know you can always go to my community tab to find out what's going on. And soon I will do a video, maybe in the next week, of some of the pictures and things that happened to me, mystical things on my trip to the UK, Ireland, the whole Great Britain, including Scotland. So, yeah, I'll share that with you. And yeah, back to you, Colleen.
Okay, I'm just writing back to Veronica so she gets a reading.
Well, okay. I'll just move right along.
Yes,
please do. I'm the next one. Okay. Yes. So I'm doing Cool Crone Oracle this evening, and on Tuesday, if all goes well, if it fits into everybody's schedule, Colleen and I are doing a Politics in America show at I believe 4:30 instead of 4 o'clock. And on Halloween, I'm doing Kitchen Table Issues with Marina. And Marina's supposed to be here today, but she's a little under the weather, so she wasn't able to make it. And then on Friday, we're doing Polytarology, and that's going to be the last Polytarology before the election. So that will be a really, really good one. And I'd also like to mention that as long as everybody's here and I'm here, can you please go to my channel and everybody else's channel if you haven't subscribed, and please subscribe and like everything about it. And that's what I got going on.
And everybody's channel link is in the description, and I will be putting somebody else's channel link in the description for TikTok because she's on TikTok and not on YouTube yet. And so what I'd like to introduce everybody to Iris. So Iris, if you would just give us a little, well, first tell us who you are and what you do, and then tell us where we can get in touch with you.
Sure. So I'm Iris. I'm brand new. It's my first time here. Super excited to be here. I'm a big fan of the Cool Crone and everyone else here. I am a psychic. I'm a tarot reader, practicing witch, do a lot of different magical things. And I don't have anything upcoming because I'm brand new, but if you guys do want to follow me on TikTok, it's Enlightened Iris at TikTok. And yeah, if you're into that, I'll start creating more stuff.
great. And I'm so glad that you're here tonight because, as it turns out, Marina's not here. So you're kind of rounding out the group for it. So thanks very much for coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's talk just a little bit about our topic as we wait. We've got a few people in the chat, but I'm sure we'll be getting more in the next few minutes. Poverty thinking. Poverty thinking, you might be surprised that you are prone to poverty thinking. Poverty thinking very often comes about in people's lives out of a habit or something they've been taught as a child. You know, if your parents were always saying, well, we don't have enough for that, we don't have enough for that, or we can't do that, we can't afford that, or oh, I would never spend that much money on that. You know, when you grow up hearing those kinds of phrases, it kind of programs you to think that things are out of reach, too expensive, you don't have enough, or you don't deserve it, or even worse. And that is poverty thinking, that no matter what kind of great job you have, no matter how successful you are, you still feel like you don't have enough. And so I challenge people, especially people who are, you know, in their 40s and older, to really take a look. You may be doing this very enlightened thing in your life, and yet you still may be thinking that you don't deserve or you don't have enough money. And it isn't just money. Money is just energy. And so if you can translate that idea of money and your worth and everything into energy, it might make it easier, it might not. But one thing that helped me is to just think that, you know, I'm putting energy out into the world when I help my friends or when I do a reading for someone, or even when I was putting together this YouTube channel. I was trying to do this so that I could help people. And I completely believe that I deserve some energy back for that. And I have gotten a lot of energy back from this. It's not all monetary. A lot of times it's love, support, friendship, kind words, random acts of kindness. You know, it isn't always about just, you know, the Benjamins. It's not all about that. That's nice, and that helps put a roof over your head and helps you buy light bulbs and toilet paper, but there's a lot of other ways that that energy can come back to you, and the sooner you start seeing it as energy, the sooner you can begin to shed that poverty thinking and begin to see that you are worth it. You are worth it. Think of all the things that you do, and it isn't about saying, "Oh, I'm such a great person, I do everything right." Okay, you know what? We're all good people. We're all good people. That's just a given. But how you think, the movie script that's running in your head, how you think about yourself, and the phrases that go through your mind over and over and over again, you may need to reprogram that. And that might you might need to do some visualizations that can help with that. You might need to think up a mantra and use a mantra when you're meditating. You might want to write. You might want to just write a little petition and put it on your altar that is all positive words about your approach and your relationship with money and your value of yourself, because they're intricately tied. So that's poverty thinking, and that's why we want to get out of poverty thinking. So tonight, we really want to focus everybody on their own personal abundance. And abundance, again, not just money, abundant health, abundant love, abundant friendship, abundant work, you know, purpose, abundant money, yes, but abundant security, abundant, you know, beautiful domestic arrangement, you know. So
Yep.
abundance comes in so many different forms. And if you're abundant, then you can just have all of it, right? If you're just abundant, then you just feel good and all of it is happening. So that's why I wanted to talk about this tonight and to try to get people thinking in a little bit different way. And if you do investigate this topic and you find that indeed you do see that there is poverty thinking lurking in your synapses, then you may want to do a little work to rewire those synapses so that instead of thinking about, God, I don't have enough, or when will I get that really good job that'll put me over the top, you may want to begin rewiring that with really positive phrases, maybe writing a little petition or just a mantra, or just focusing more on I am abundant. Anything that you say I am and whatever follows it, you will achieve. So make sure that you're putting something really good after those 2 words. All right. Do we have some questions? Do we have some people who have put hashtag abundance in the chat, Gerald?
We have.
You do
Okay.
have that, and you've also got a paying customer. So I think that person does not have to go into the spinning,
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, she should Veronica.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's give Veronica a reading right off the bat. And I don't want to put Iris right on the spot to be, with the first reading. I'll let her see a couple of readings first. So I'm going to switch the order and let's just have Cleo and Val and then me and Gerald. And then we'll start with Iris and Cleo. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being so flexible.
Would you like me to put her starred comment up, Veronica?
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great.
So,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Are you ready, Val? Go ahead.
You go. You go. I'm still working on it.
Because I've actually been working on this before it ever got announced. I saw Veronica on there and I went, oh yeah, this is somebody I need to read on. So, and the abundance thing, how this fits into abundance, it has something to do with your own creativity. Now, I don't know if you consider yourself a creative person, or if, like, are you into the arts? Are you into painting? Are you into writing? That would be the creative process. Music. But I feel like you do have some creative potential, and then it's kind of been sitting on the back burner. You haven't been taking advantage of it. And now is definitely the time to do that. It could be anything. I mean, cooking might be another one. So wherever you're at with that, if you follow what is within you, your creative side, you're opening up to a fresh start of something, fresh start for you. So, in other words, you're gonna progress with this, and it will bring stuff to you in abundance. All you have to do is have faith in yourself, and know that right now is the time to do that. So, Veronica, I see you having some very positive outcomes from this. But let's say you don't consider yourself. Okay, there we go. She does cross stitch and design cross stitch patterns.
Oh.
Perfect. Now, if you haven't been doing this lately, now is the time to do it. If you have been doing it, it's time to kind of upgrade a little bit. Try maybe taking it to the next level, whatever that means. I mean, I don't know how you do cross stitch. So you have an opportunity now to kind of expand on what you're already creative with. And because the designing of cross stitch patterns, you might take, that sounds like something really cool to get into, to where you have to like go a little bit outside the box. And if you've even been thinking about this is the time to do it. You are just in the right vibration, the right energy, and it's going to turn out great. But just, have faith with that, open up about it, let people know what you're, that are into what you're into, let them know what you're thinking about. And I think they're going to give you some ideas of, we'd really like to have something that went along with A, B, C, and D, whatever that is. So it's a really cool time because, you just feel it's an uplifting energy just by doing that kind of thing, because that is the kind of creative person you are. And this is going to be a good time for you. That's what I got.
I love that, Veronica, for you. And I feel like you're being called to just be present in your life right now, in every moment. And what is opening up to you is to say yes to everything that comes your way as a receiving, because I'm really getting a lot of input about you saying, I am open to receive, because the universe is sending you things constantly sending you things. It may be other than money, but are all kinds of abundance and opportunities and energy are coming your way. And they're asking you to be present in that moment to receive. And this has to do with some past life spirituality and religion things that you crossed your wires in another lifetime. And actually, all time is now. So all lifetimes are happening now. So you're really becoming clear about that is just a story and it is not you. The universe is always flowing to you, flowing with opportunities, with lots of beautiful energy. So speak up around yourself when people are offering you things. Say, yes, I would love to receive that, or I would love to have this opportunity. Speak up for yourself in this moment. And you are having a beautiful stargate heart opening right now. There is a lot of beautiful, abundant energy flowing, green healing energy coming in for you in the next month. It's just flowing. Open up in meditation or at any time and receive this emerald green energy coming through your crown and down into your feet and out into Mother Earth. This healing energy is your energy. It is you on Earth, moving that energy everywhere you are. And you are opening up to your clairaudience. That is your ability to hear the thoughts, voices from your guides and angels. They are going to be talking to you, and you're going to notice that loving guidance. So you're going to be able to restore yourself to that divine blueprint state. So I love that for you, Veronica.
Wow,
Congratulations.
that was great, Val. You know, I got the same kind of thing. I didn't mention it, but I got the same kind of thing about the opening up and, being accepting that way. I actually, you took it to a whole nother level. I'm glad you did that because it's a very cool reading.
Oh, cool.
So, Veronica, I hope that made sense to you.
I hope so.
Yeah, that I think will help you just be in the flow, Veronica. And that's really what this is about. So,
The flow.
if you can do that and just go with it, think of it as surfing. You're just kind of surfing this energy of your life.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh, good,
Very nice.
Veronica.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you, Cleo. Thank you, Val. Those were great readings. All right, Gerald, we need another one.
All right. So when your name is put on the screen, let us know that you are here. Do not make us get the gong out.
Jeanne Kavanaugh. Okay. All right.
Okay. She's here. Perfect. Abundance. Well, this I find is very interesting because all of my cards for you are pentacles. And if we're looking at abundance, where pentacles are certainly about that. What I first have for you is I have for you the seven of buttons reversed. And this is part of this is you're not sure where you want to go. So you're sort of aimless. What do I want to do? I don't know. And so you need to release that thinking and instead be willing to say yes to just about anything that comes. If it feels good, then do it. Because you might be working too hard on trying to make things happen, but you don't know where you're going. There's this aimlessness about you. However, I have the Queen of Buttons, the Queen of Pentacles, beautiful card, very nurturing. She is going to make sure that everything is provided for, which is a really beautiful card for that, especially with abundance, because she's a caregiver. She's able to make things happen. But then I also have the King of Buttons. So we have the King and Queen of Buttons, King and Queen of Pentacles. So this is affluence, and it is definitely a card. I mean, the two of these together are reminding you that make sure that both sides of yourself are working, are not battling against each other, that you are thinking about abundance, that you are open to things, that you say yes, that you express gratitude, not just in recognizing it, but also in action. So I'm going to pause there, and that's what I have for you.
Okay. So, what I have for you is that if you want happiness, it's there for you. You get the 10 of hearts. But I think like Gerald's saying, you have to claim it. So I think, Jeanne, there's some hard questions you have to ask yourself. What do I want? What am I doing here? Why am I asking for these things? How does it call to me? Why am I called to this? And just make some basic choices about where you're going next, because it shows me here that you're due for a big transformation, a big, closing the door to one chapter and opening up a new chapter. And yeah, there's going to be a little anxiety affiliated with that. You may feel like, "Oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not ready, or I don't have enough training, or I don't know enough, or I need to read another book or get another reading." But the truth is that you are ready for whatever's coming next in your life. Why? Because I say this all the time, because you're in the perfect place for where you need to be right now. And your spiritual development is perfect just the way it is right now for this moment. So you just have to embrace that. And I have some other cards later that are going to back that up. But if you can do those things, you've got the possibility of having a very nice, this is the Two of Hearts or Two of Cups. You've got a very nice friendship or relationship coming up for you very, very soon. And even in that, you're going to feel that there's a little friction, there's a little challenge to that. And I think that's because that's the test of why are you doing this? What do you want? You'll get into this relationship and then you'll find yourself kind of like almost starting some sort of confrontation or argument, just because you're not quite sure why you're there in the relationship. So you're going to try to sabotage it right off the bat so that you can just end it rather than think about why you're there. And that's a shame. You shouldn't do that. So the oracle cards that I pulled for you, the first one, this is from the Mary Magdalene Oracle, is testimony. Testimony is stronger than death. Now, testimony means that you publicly state who you are, what you want, and why you are there. So big red letters here saying you have to really say this. Now, if you say it and then you find out that you need to modify it later on, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't hesitate. Don't pull back just because it's not perfect. Go ahead, make some decision, take the step forward, state who you are. And if you have to modify it, that's fine. And then another card that we get for you is surrender. I'm in good hands. So if you can surrender to the universe that you are perfect, that you are in the right place at the right time for what you need to be doing in your life right now, just believe that. Just surrender to what's going on in the universe for you, because the last card you got is the heart, and that's I carry the cathedral within me.
Oh, wow.
So all of what you need is within you. So whatever those little itty bitty things are that you dare not speak out loud all this time in your life, speak them now. Speak them now and claim them now, because that's what you came here to do. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Just do it and you'll get better as you go. All right. I love you, Jeanne. I'm sending you so much love for this because I know this is a big step, a big moment for you. But between now and I'm going to say January, February 2025, things are going to change for you. And all it takes is for you to stand up and say who you are and what you want. All right. Good. All the best to you.
Love that.
Mhm.
Okay, so you've got another. No, wait a minute. We've got another paying chatter over here. Metal Twister. She has a. Or I'm assuming she's got a question about her art business, her art jewelry business, and she has given you guys some money.
Oh, where is that? What time does that come in?
424, and there's the first. Yeah. Okay, so 424. She. I don't, I'm saying she, it's hard to tell. Metal Twister. I don't know if that's a she or he, but I'm saying it's a she.
Oh, I see it.
And it's for Iris and I, right?
What's that?
The reading is between Iris and I.
Yes.
And so Iris, I don't, do you want to go first, or have you had a chance to look into this?
Yeah, I'm just shuffling for Metal Twister right now. Let's see what I got. Unless you want to go first, you're welcome to it.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so Metal Twister, I got, oh, these are good ones. So, actually really good stuff. Okay, so you got the Two of Wands first off, which makes sense given where you are sort of in between these businesses and kind of not sure where you're going. What the Two of Wands tells me though is that your decisions should be really made from an individual standpoint. So whatever your move is next, you should be thinking about your passions. Like you said, you have plans to write stories and crochet and do these crafts. Maybe those are the passions that you want to consider. But it's really you and your relationship with yourself and what's going to make you feel the best day to day that should be on your mind when you make your next decision. The next thing you got was the Ace of Cups, which is excellent for new opportunity. It's excellent for manifesting abundance, which is why we're all here. And then quickly following that, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And that's just a great card for your financial future going forward. So it seems that whatever plans you've got, whether it's, what you're writing down and trying to like manifest in front of you or kind of those back burner things, those are going to maybe more long-term, but they're going to turn into wealth that you can, invest in and look back on and really revel in long-term. Yeah. And then you also did get the Hanged Man and the Three of Cups. So that to me says that there might be something you haven't quite thought of yet, or something that's going to shift your perspective or require quite a shift in your perspective in order to make the next move that's best for you. And also that it's going to take a lot of collaboration. So if there's people in your lives whose opinions you really value, close friends that you enjoy spending time with, those are probably going to be the people that will bring you the ideas and the sort of chutzpah and like pep that you need to make your next move.
Great. Very nice.
Yeah, that's great. So, Metal Twister, what I've got, first of all, the first set of cards I've got concentrated on your letting go of the art jewelry business. And it seems like you had to really think about this, if that's really what you wanted to do. But in the process, it kind of, when you finally made your mind up and said, okay, that's it, I'm moving on to something else, that was a very good healing moment for you, because when you put in any business, when you put your time and effort into that, and then okay, the business is closed, and how am I feeling? Do I want to reopen? Do I want to put more energy into this? And you're thinking, no, you don't want to, because you want to write and crochet. So what I'm getting for my next set is this is perfect, because you need to expand your horizons, and you need to open up and be open to other suggestions from other people. Personally, I'm feeling don't quite let go of all of your remaining inventory, because I think you might be able to use some of it going along with the idea of the crocheting stuff. And with the writing, you definitely have the talent for that, don't you? You definitely have the creative ability to sit down and write, which is not everybody's got that. And I see that whatever happens with that, and like I said, I would hold on to some of that. If you've already let it all go, that's fine. But I think you're going to be reinvesting in something that goes along. You're going to come up with something very clever with this crochet stuff that you could actually combine with the art jewelry business. And it's going to be really nice. You'll find an area, you'll see that it's time to celebrate, because you're just like, wow, I felt kind of, you didn't feel real good about having to let go of the other business. And this is just going to kind of go beyond what that was, because of your creativity and stuff. So yeah, there's a celebration where this thing either becomes so fulfilling for you that it's just well worth it, or it becomes the abundance thing, that it becomes profitable. And I see that's what this is all about. That before everything you had to do, you required healing to get to this point right now. You've done that. So move on with what you want to do. Go ahead and expand. If you want to do even more, start writing your stories, and start using that creative business that you got going on in your head anyway about with the art jewelry business, because I'm telling you, there's something about the crochet business and the art jewelry business that are going to be, you're going to surprise yourself. You're going to come up with something really clever that people are just like, wow, I want that. And I think that beyond that, I see that you can do the writing, but the writing takes a little bit longer to get some results. The other stuff will get results sooner, depending on, how important that is to you. But I say go for both of what you're trying to do. And, and you've got that business sense in the first place. So keep that going, and just learn, learn from what if, I don't know that there was any mistakes made, and that's why the business closed, but something really good is coming up that you'll be celebrating, and you'll be where you felt a little down. Forget about it. It's, things are going to be going up, up, up. The energy is very good around what you want to do. So that's what I have.
Yay.
All right. Shall I go to the next one?
You shall.
All right.
Polly, she was the first person here tonight. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, so that's going to be Val and Gerald.
Yep. And Metal Twister said, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Great.
Polly, let us know you're here.
Ooh, I might get to do the gong. I'm getting ready. I'm doing it. I'm doing the gong.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, here we go. Come back to the chat. Come back to the chat. We need you now. Come back. Come back. We need you now. Come back to the chat. We got her back. The gong is powerful.
Oh, yes.
Gong is powerful. Works every time. Well,
Every time.
not every time. but-
Oh, okay.
Well, to be honest, she showed up before the gong, but whatever.
yeah.
The gong was required.
Okay.
We wanted to hear the gong.
We love
The
it.
gong has been enabled. And once
Yeah.
you start the gong, you cannot stop the gong.
Absolutely.
Where's my fan? Oh my God. I need a fan.
All right.
Okay.
Polly.
Polly. You know, Polly, I have so many great cards for you. It's crazy. There is just a really huge opportunity now. And it's funny, similar cards to the last reading I did, but it's really about opening up and being ready to receive. But there is something about embracing this magical moment. There is something about the energy for you right now where it is like telling you to let your inner child run free, run wild, use your creative imagination. You have been released from a past life of imprisonment or slavery kind of aspect. So you are so free now. Something about that has shifted in you to where now you are able to move forward with this unbelievable healing grace you've given yourself, including an unbelievable heart stargate that is, again, the emerald energy coming in. It's like I'm having a theme going here where they're saying for you, it's time to celebrate, cultivate that air of celebration in yourself and everything coming, because it really is a magical moment in time for you. And to imagine everything that you'd like to bring forth, just let yourself run free like a child that can dream up anything. You're going through some initiations, some Shambhala initiations. And Shambhala is that mystical, etheric place on earth that is very high vibrational, with great ascended masters that work with you. And you are part of that domain, and they are working with you to give you initiations, recalibrations, activations. So this is huge for you. Something is breaking free. So use your imagination and really live your life large. Breathe in every day, breathe that breath of that minty breath of God, and just breathe in the moment and just live that like it is a live thing, because it is inside of you. This is coming from you. Congratulations for what you brought forward. It is all abundance. So yay.
Oh, yeah. And Polly, abundance. When you start with this abundance thinking, you're going to have some setbacks because it's not natural yet. But guess what? That's okay, because it's part of the growth. The thing is don't let procrastination or the feeling of aimlessness because you're not getting like an immediate return, don't let it slow you down, because what I have for you in the center is I have the sun. This is all about abundance. This is all about joy. It's about happiness. It's about authenticity. It's about you getting that. And part of what it is, Polly, and I feel this, is because part of what you're doing when you adjust your thinking to be more open to abundance, you're telling the universe, oh, this person wants some more. And when you are playing with it and you adjust with it and you say yes, more comes in. And I think that's so incredible. The other thing to keep in mind related to abundance, Polly, is to don't keep tabs. Well, I got this when I did this. Don't be that short-sighted. Instead, look toward, the opportunities. You don't know when these things are going to show up. You just keep showing up with the abundance and expressing that gratitude and that acceptance. That's what's going to keep it flowing. So, but kudos to you. It's looking really nice. So there you go, Polly.
What a nice reading. Do any of you guys watch the show Big Mouth on Netflix?
Yes.
I always think of the Gratitoad. This huge big bullfrog that has a really cute Southern accent and always just saying the most positive things. No matter what you say to him, he's
Yep.
got something really positive to say back. And it's the Gratitoad.
I love
Gratitude.
I highly recommend that show for adults because you will laugh. You will laugh out loud at that show. And laughter is a really good thing to raise your vibration.
Oh, yes.
Check it out.
All right.
Especially the Gratitude. Okay. Next one's going to be me and Thalia, or me and Iris. Anja Ashdown. Okay. And is Anja here, or do I get to do the gong again?
Oh, by all means, do the gong.
I think once you activate the gong,
You have to keep,
you've got to use it. Oh, here you go.
Oh, that's great.
Here.
She's here.
I'm here
Okay.
and recognizing how abundance has been coming into my life every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? That might be something, for those of you who know my channel, we might say that, and this is a good thing to be when it comes to abundance.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
And Anja apologized for saying that they were here before you got to do the gong.
Usurping the gong.
No need to apologize. No need to apologize whatsoever. I'm just a little kid and I like to play with my toys. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go. So what I got for you, Anja, I'm glad that abundance is coming into your life every day. That's fantastic. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands, and I don't know what sign you are, but you are really owning your life, designing your life, managing your life, and the Queen of Wands is a queen of action. So I know that you're moving forward with things, and as you move forward, you may bump into areas of life where you have to, again, break that little habit of thinking of things in limited terms just because you haven't crossed that bridge yet. And when you do that, you will have to start making choices. This is the Two of Pentacles, about how you navigate this so that you do recognize the abundance in the situation, even if it isn't as much as what you think it should be. Because the universe is going to test you on this, right? The universe is going to throw little pebbles in your path for you to trip over now that you've declared that you're seeing abundance all over the place and you're changing all of this. And the universe is not trying to stop you or thwart you. They're trying to strengthen your resolve at being able to see this so that you gain more and more abundance in your life, because really that's what we're here for. And so be prepared. You'll have a little Nine of Wands moment, and it doesn't mean that you've failed totally. That's also part of the test, is to be able to weather the storm, to be able to be humble enough to say, oh, not perfect, got to revamp just a little bit, or just this one area I'm just not, I just never contemplated this area of life before in terms of my abundance. And so now I've got to look at how I'm thinking about it and adjust a little bit. So it gives you a chance to use your new tools to revamp the way you're thinking about things. But the oracle card that I pulled for you is just beautiful. You got Jesus, acts of service. When you serve, the universe serves you. So how do you like them bananas? Pretty cool. So you're on to something, Anja. Whatever you're doing, girl, you keep on doing it because it's going to be good for you. All right. Iris, take it away.
She said, I just got a check for $12.95. Whoop, whoop.
Good.
Oh,
Excellent. Excellent.
all right. So while I was shuffling for you, 2 cards popped out of the deck. You got the first one that popped out was the World, which I thought was really neat, especially because you mentioned the recognizing abundance in your life every day. I think there's some spiritual goal you've been working towards, or that you're some tenet you're trying to embody. And I think that's really being recognized by your guides. You've reached this sort of like zenith, or like sort of completion point where you really are feeling and embodying this thing, this feeling of abundance maybe, and kind of absorbing that lesson that you were like seeking. So that's a really cool spot to be in. The other one that popped out for you was this 6 of Pentacles here, which is all about neat, right? And then they got the check too. So that is all about, that's giving and being generous. But I think that's a really cool, it's a good mindset to have when you're considering abundance, because we talked about how money is really like a flow. So when you consider things like generosity and considering money as a flow where you give and then the universe gives back to you, it's a really cool mindset to be in. I think that's where you are. I'm hoping that's kind of the energy I was getting. And I pulled a few more cards for you. You got the Page of Pentacles, which sometimes is surprise money. So that could be that check you got, or there could be, I think for you, probably some more gifts on the horizon that'll sort of just fall out of the sky. You also got the 4 of Pentacles, which is more about sort of holding on to things. So maybe this lesson that you've sort of embodied recently, there might be something more for you to consider about your savings that you might want to change your mindset on, or consider it more, or talk it over with trusted people in your life. And you also got the 3 of Swords, which is a more challenging card. But I think that for you, that means that this is a challenge you already know about, I imagine. And it might be something that you're kind of already working towards, and you kind of know that you have, kind of similar to what Colleen was saying. There's maybe some things you're going to be like tripping over soon. You might see part of this coming for you, but there's a lesson. But ultimately, it sounds like you're embodying this great energy of abundance, and I think that's going to keep paying off for you.
Wow.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Was there info about an inheritance?
Well, if you put these 2 cards together, I would say that's kind of an inheritance thing. You got your Page with money sort of coming out of the sky, and also considering generosity and balance. That's sort of checks being passed on as well. So it's, yeah, I would say that's in your path soon for you.
There you
And I
go.
pulled the Fool, and I would take that as a yes in this scenario because it's probably something that's unexpected. Where did Val go?
I have no idea.
She must have got bumped off for a minute. She'll be back.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. All right. So who do we have next?
I don't know, but Valerie Maya is saying, anyone notice that Gerald's icon gives Colleen the side eye?
I did notice that.
That's so funny.
Very Freebury.
I'm not sure if Shari is here. She
Uh-oh.
there was something about a needing to be a chauffeur, but I think you better check.
I think I better check.
Come back to the chat. Come back to the chat. We need you now. Come back. Come back. We need you now. Come back to the chat.
Yeah, says somebody said she had to leave.
Okay, we'll do another one.
Okay.
Yes,
But I have her name still written down.
thank you. Debbie, 3 Shifting Veils. Love that name. Love it.
All right. Debbie, let us know that you're here. And, I'm going to do this again. See? This is giving Colleen the side eye.
Oh, I wondered. Okay, Debbie, you're here. So no gong for you.
So this is for Val and I.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have anything yet. Val, if you want to go.
Yeah, I can go. So, Debbie, it looks like you have been working on some shadow work, and that is a great thing to do. Working on things that trigger you, or working on parts of you that feel like they're not your true self. Getting into your authentic self and out of that persona, that personality. And in many ways, you are in control of that. You have the ability to really be able to do this in a huge way. Because you are already doing this, you are having tremendous gifts come in. And the gifts are really about everything that the universe wants you to have for your path right now. And it's going to be like an avalanche of beautiful things. And you're going to see the synchronicities in your life unfold before you. And you're going to go, wow, you're going to be gobsmacked by it. It's just going to be amazing. You'll see classes come up in front of you where, your psychic development, blah, 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 blah. You're going to be attracted. You're going to enjoy that level of opening up and saying, oh my gosh, I'm here to do this. You also have a tremendous amount of abundance toward working with others as a teacher, and just your ability to be on their level as a peer opens everyone up, because they feel like they can trust you and you see everything that they can offer. So this blessing is coming to you and you are giving it out to the universe. All these gifts are magnified 100 times in this powerful energy now. And I am so excited for you. You have a water element that is just huge, and it goes everywhere, cosmically, interdimensionally, multidimensionally, in all ways. You flow with this energy. This energy is emotion. It is connection. And this is the most powerful connection that one might want if they were going to use all of their gifts on the planet now, which you are here to do. So congratulations, Debbie. Yay.
Very nice.
Wow. Well, Debbie, what Val said, that was great. I am feeling like whatever you're moving towards, whatever you're working on, whatever's on your mind, that you're a little too much in your head about this. You need to kind of let it go. And, it's good to be grounded, but it's also good to kind of, don't try to think out past, present, and future in your mind. Instead, just go out and do what has to be done. And you've got the compassion to do whatever it is you want to do. And people kind of see this in you. But like I said, you'd have to lighten up just a bit and and let go of some of this inner stuff and kind of get outside yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Get outside yourself for whatever's going on, because when you do that, things start to go much better for you, and you're going to start feeling something that feels like a new beginning for you in some area. So yeah, I see a whole bunch of things going on with you, but it's this thing about being in your head is kind of restricting whatever you want to have happen. I don't know if you're manifesting on certain areas, but you know, get out of your head. Be more of a free thinker, like a flower child. Just you know, uh, just more open to things, and not so much trying to figure it all out. You don't have to figure it all out. It'll come to you when you relax and you know, go for it. Because the one thing I see with you is your this opportunity to be compassionate, because you've got it all within, and people see that and feel that around you. But also I see that once you chill a little bit, it's going to feel like a fresh start for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
boy,
that's that shadow work that you're doing. And yeah, that's going to open the door to everything.
there you go. Thank you, Val.
Mm.
So Debbie, I hope that makes sense to you. I'm having a little trouble connecting all the dots, but because I don't know.
It sounded perfect. It made
Okay,
perfect
see,
sense.
I'm used
Yeah.
to planning ahead, knowing consequences. See, yeah, and that's
Mhm.
not a bad thing. But if you do that too much and you get restricted, then you
Mhm.
start to block stuff. So, and I know what you mean too, but it's just so easy to stay in, because you know that's something that you automatically do. But be sure to kind of like let it go a little bit, and uh, let everything flow a little more.
Like
Because
the
that's,
water.
yes,
Flow like the water.
yes.
In
What
the
Val?
emotion, not the head.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go, Debbie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice, you guys. Very nice.
All right. Who do we have next? And it's for Gerald and Colleen.
Emily Ito. Okay. And Emily, are you here? Or do I need to bring out the gong again? Okay, I'm doing it.
Come back to the chat. Come back to the chat. We need you now. Come back. Come back. We need you now. Come back to the chat.
All right. Emily
It
is here.
magically worked.
Just under the wire, she got here. Yeah, because of the gong.
Yes, it was the gong.
The gong is magical. Yeah. Oh, and then I have to read for her. Okay, let me.
So, Emily, as I'm thinking about abundance for you, part of what I have is, yeah, and this is great. I have the world for you, and the world. What you can't see that. My dog keeps moving my stuff around, so keeps moving. So adjusting my light. So, but this world is a sense of completion. So your abundance is completing a universal cycle. It's finishing things up. And part of what is important for you, Emily, is when you express gratitude for the abundance that you have and then you share it, you're completing a circuit. And that circuit tells the universe, oh, this person knows exactly what to do with this energy. So the universe gives you more. I also have the star for you. And if you look at the star, I think this is great because these are like these are legs, and it looks like, you know, it's going around in a circle, and it's like it's closing a circuit. So there's opportunity because you have hope and faith. You have faith that the abundance will be there, so you don't worry about it, and that's a beautiful opportunity for you to have. And then I have there's an extra card in this deck, and it's called the Universe. And I have the Universe for you in reverse, and it's about being a little decadent. Now, how does this relate to abundance? All things in moderation, including moderation. Just don't go beyond your means. If you want to go out and do something a little exciting, know how you're going to, where you're going to have that give and take. I think it's really powerful. This is a great reading for you, Emily. It's a really good reading. I mean, at 3 majors. So there you go. Thanks, Emily.
Okay, Emily. So I'm seeing that right now you're going through a transformation. You're going through big, big changes. And a lot of times going through big changes is not easy. And that's what you're looking at right now. So it's really important for you to adjust your inner script and adjust things so that you know that this is for the highest good of all. This is to benefit everyone around me. This is especially to benefit me. And these changes, don't try not to be afraid of those changes. Try not to see those changes as negative in any way, because they're not. The changes that are taking place, I think, are due to things that you set in motion. So this is your desire to have these changes come about. And if you resist what the universe has put in front of you, it'll just make it really hard. If you can acknowledge that these are things that you asked for and try to go with it and, flip it around and see it as positive, maybe hard, but positive, it will be really beneficial for you and pay off big time. And I thought I was pulling out one oracle card, but 2 came out. And actually, when I was even the tarot cards, I was pulling 3 and 4 came out. So, the cards really want you to get this message. The first oracle card that I got was Ishtar, Inner Learnings. Follow your heart, truth prevails. So I feel that there is a little piece of you, Emily, that is holding back, maybe a little shy. Maybe you don't want to show the world your true self, or maybe you're a little bit afraid of your own power. And a lot of people, especially females, get like that. We're not raised to embrace power usually. Usually we're raised with big ideas, and then once you get out in the world, everybody says, well, you kind of have to ratchet down and lower your expectations. Right? It's real, right? Isn't that right? It's kind of a bummer, but that is how the world sends the message to you. Now, you don't have to accept the message, but that is how the world usually tries to send the message to you, and it is changing. And so the second oracle card that I got for you is Serapis Bay, and it is paradigm shift, activation to grow, make the necessary change. And wow, this is a good looking person. Okay. Anyway, this is the picture they have of Serapis Bay, but note that it is a paradigm shift. And I think everything that you're working with right now, Emily, is to shift that paradigm. Shift anything that says, maybe you're not worth it. You are worth it. Maybe you're not ready. You're totally ready. Maybe you need more training or more learning or something. No, you totally have this. So really practice those very, very positive affirmations. Practice saying, I am ready. Just that. I am here. I am ready. Please help me. That's it. And then you don't have to make very many decisions from there. And then accept what the universe is sending you. Okay, that's what I got.
Nice. Nice call.
Very nice. Very
Thanks.
nice.
Thanks.
Cool. Okay. All right. Let's see who we have next.
Yay. Okay, I think I just saw her in the chat pretty recently, right? Or should I do the thing?
Well, I think you have to do it. You have to do the drawing.
I think I have to do it.
Come back to the chat. Come back to the chat. We need you now. Come back. Come back. We need you now. Come back to the chat.
Okay. Did we get her?
Not yet.
I can do it again.
Hey, it's an abundance of the gong.
Okay. You talked me into it.
Come back to the chat. Come back to the chat. We need you now. Come back. Come back. We need you now. Come back to the chat.
Okay.
No luck.
No luck. Looks
All
like
right.
Cowbell has
All right. I've got Kel Bell's name written down. Let's see who's
Okay.
next.
Hey, it's Cleo this year.
Yay! You guys are gonna read for me? I'm here. I'm here.
We can if you'd like.
No, I'm kidding. Please move on.
Ah, great. I'm sure she's here. Right?
Teacher Barbara.
Teacher Barbara, she looks familiar. Is she still with us?
I saw her recently.
I think it's time to ring the bell for Teacher Barbara.
Okay. All right. Here I go.
Come back to the chat. Come back to the chat. We need you now. Come back. Come back. We need you now. Come back to the chat.
Uh-oh.
Well, some people obviously did not understand the assignment. And I'm so surprised that it was a teacher. Ouch.
Shall we do it again?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Shari French.
Gong or no gong?
Well, give her a chance. Just
Okay.
Shari, are you here? Say something.
She's here.
Yay.
Okay, she's here. Right. Who's doing the reading?
This would be Iris and Cleo.
Okay.
Is my shuffling like especially loud, or is that just me?
All of our shuffling is loud. Just go ahead and shuffle.
Oh, neat. Okay, so Shari. So the first card I got for you is the Eight of Pentacles. So if you are considering your abundance currently, it seems like it's something that you're working on in the physical. So this could be whether you're working on a side hustle or maybe you're, really trying your best at work. That's showing up in your guides. You're recognizing that. The next card that comes up for you is the Knight of Pentacles, which I think in your case, especially you got the Temperance right next to it, says to me that there could very much be a new opportunity coming up for you or a new this would be an opportunity that you work at. So if you're working towards a new opportunity at work, like a new promotion or a side hustle that might turn into something for you, this is your guides telling you that the next step is on its way. It's coming towards you. And the temperance is there to remind you to make smart choices, make sure that you're considering your work-life balance when these opportunities come your way, and to really consider your holistic person. For some reason, the word holistic is like, seems important for you. Following that, I got the King of Cups, which is an excellent card for your emotional wellness, feeling in charge of your emotional wellness. And that, but I'm getting for you that this might be also like a person in your life that presents some sort of challenge for you that might be coming up. I'm not sure why the holistic thing and possibly some water sign character in your life might be presenting some sort of challenge that you're sorry. Let me pull another card for that actually for you. Okay, so the next one was judgment. So this might be some sort of conversation that's happening at work, or it's very closely tied to your money. There's someone around you who either has an opinion that you're not super happy with, or it's some sort of manager character, and it's just like ongoing conversations that aren't going exactly the way that you'd like them to. And this is coming up as sort of a challenge for you. But challenges like this don't come up in readings, and especially with tarot, unless it's something that your guides are preparing you for or have already given you the tools to deal with. And I think that this coming up next to temperance for you is really a message about, as long as you are taking care of I think it's your health, but maybe you have some holistic health like methods that you use to really take care of yourself. As long as you're taking care of that and paying attention to it, you'll be able to handle this challenge as it comes up. And also, I think this card is really cool for you because there are some opportunities on the horizon that will help with your abundance that are also being sent your way.
Nice. Very nice.
Wow. I got very, very similar thing, especially in the vibration area, the energy of what Iris was talking about. You've got this situation where you need to break free from the tribe, from the family, from the maybe the neighbors. There's and a lot of people don't like that, because as soon as they see that, wait a minute, she's doing something a little bit different than we expect her to do, and they don't like that. It's not a big deal. They're not going to I'm not going to be your friend anymore. It's not that kind of thing. But they're just like, wow, that's really different for Shari to be doing that. And but this is the time to do it. There's been something going on that you're working towards, and it does have something to do with your abundance. And it's all going to work out. You're just going to soar on this, and you're going to get into this place where you're thinking, I don't know if I'm worthy. You are absolutely worthy, and don't worry about that. You're taking a little bit different course. Maybe you're one of those kind of people where everybody they always expect, well, Shari does A, B, C, and D, and it's just always been that way, and that's what we expect. So it's not like you're doing something against them. It's just that you've got these people around you, and they're not holding you back either, but they're just kind of surprised and like, well, I didn't even know she'd be like that. And you're not being a certain way. You're just getting this feeling about things that you want to work towards, and it's going to work out really well. So just go for it. And it might feel even a little bit uncomfortable to you too, because it does feel like it's out of the normal routine of what you do every day. But in the end, what I'm telling you is that right now is the time to do this, to make this break and continue working towards whatever it is that brings you abundance, because it's going to totally work out. And you're going to just you're going to feel like, wow, that was so worth it. That feels so good to me. And you're really going to soar on this. So I hope that makes sense. It's the woman I rent a room from.
That was in response to Iris's information.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you have anything to add to that, Iris, about what she said with that she rents a room from?
Yeah, I pulled another card on that. I got the Five of Wands, which if you're having conflict with that person, the type of conflict that comes up with Five of Wands is really more like play fighting. So if this is a person who kind of really maybe likes to hear themselves talk during arguments, that's just sort of confirmation from the universe that I guess however you're handling those conflicts currently is probably the best way. And yeah, let me see what else comes up for that. And maybe another lease opportunity will come up for you soon. For the Wheel of Fortune, that sort of beginning and closing of cycles. So if you're coming up on like the end of the lease, that could be a time for you to like choose a different living situation if that's possible for you. But it could also be sort of recognition that you're, again, dealing with it as the best way that you can. Your guides are happy with how you're coping with that situation currently. But probably there will be an opportunity to change shortly.
Wow. So there you go, Shari. And it looks really, in the end, it all looks good. It may feel a little bit uncomfortable once in a while, but things are going in your direction and it's well deserved. You're going to be fine. That's a narcissist.
Oh, ouch.
Those are always fun people to
That's
deal
high
with.
maintenance. That's high maintenance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no working around them. They've already made up their mind. Hey, I know the answers. I'm perfect. So hey,
Yeah.
don't bother me with it.
Yeah.
You'll do fine, Shari. You're going to do fine because you're going to come in. You'll learn something about yourself going through this experience, especially with this other person. So, good luck on that, and it's going to work out well.
Wow, that's great. Good readings from both of you. And I just wanted to put this up from Anja. Yeah, you're very welcome, Shari. We're happy to do it. Anja saying a little validation for Iris. Read that one, everybody. Yeah, there is a little Three of Swords in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would feel a little.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, best of luck, Anja, and just keep manifesting a way for that to be paid easily and effortlessly.
Yes.
That is the phrase that everybody needs to learn when they're trying to
Yeah.
manifest things that they somewhat believe are challenging. If you will say, I need a new car that runs well, and I need to be able to afford it easily and effortlessly, or I need a new place to live, and I need to be able to find it and be able to afford it and get along with all my neighbors and my landlords easily and effortlessly. It's an exceptionally good, what is that, an adverb? Yeah, a set of adverbs to, because it modifies things in a positive way, a really positive way, rather than saying, I need something that is not too expensive, or I need something I can afford. That's still poverty thinking, right? But if you just say, I need something that I can, I need something that will come to me easily and effortlessly, that I can pay for easily and effortlessly. You'd be
That's
amazed.
just flow. It's just like being in the
Yes.
flow of receiving.
Yes. You're being in the flow. It also just kind of jumps over the whole hurdle of whether you deserve it or not. It's just, I just need it easily and effortlessly. You're not even thinking about that deserving part. That's just like not even in there. So I love that phrase.
I'm going to write that down and remember that, because we forget.
Yeah, we do.
I wrote it down.
Yeah. Because when you start doing things easily and effortlessly, you are in the flow, and you forget that 6 months ago you were worried about whether you even deserved a raise, or whether you even didn't bring this all on yourself. When you take it out of that, it's much easier to achieve. So, have we done all the questions, and does anybody have to go? Do we have time for like one last question?
I have time for one more.
Or maybe what we should do is each of us go around and give one last, like one card reading for the collective. How would that be?
I like that.
That's good.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So,
And while we're shuffling, people can like the video and subscribe to all of our channels. And they can find Enchanted Iris on TikTok.
Yes.
Ooh.
Enlightened Iris.
Enlightened Iris, sorry.
She's enchanting. So we
Yeah,
just
I wrote it down as enchanted. Sorry. You're very enchanting, Iris.
it's not our fault. It's just that she's enchanting.
Okay, I got a card for everybody. I got Kali Ma.
Oh,
Kali Ma is a very powerful goddess. Very, very powerful. And basically, like if you are brave enough to mess around with Hecate, you might one day be ready for Kali Ma.
Mm.
You need to be careful with Kali Ma. But what she says is the card says divine severance. Cut the cords to dramas, fears, and limitations. So she's just saying, just cut it loose. Just be your own powerful divine self and know that you deserve everything that you want in the universe.
yay.
I'm gonna follow that because I have the 5 of buttons or the 5 of pentacles. And you know, you have to let go of thinking that is not about abundance. Let it go. It is not serving you. Think it, move it on, and make way for that abundance thinking. And all of the ways that you can, you get the abundance. So
Absolutely.
clear it out.
I want to follow it up with the pyramid power place, because you'll notice that this is the receiving position, the point up, the receiving in, you're standing in your power, just like that, Colleen. You're standing in your power, receiving in everything that you need. This is your natural state of being. And so
Ooh, that's good.
Nice.
Natural state of being.
Natural state.
Abundance. What a nice natural state to be in.
It's a natural state.
So Celia, or excuse me, so Iris, do you want to go next?
Sure. Let me see what we got. Okay. So I got the 8 of Wands. So I think for the collectives, this means just kind of on the same wavelength of what everyone else is saying. You are the master of your thoughts. So if you are thinking of, if you're thinking about abundance, you're asking the universe how, show me how good it can get. And you're putting those positive thoughts out there, you can absolutely draw in the abundance that you're looking for. It takes positivity, and it takes, taking care of yourself and putting the right energy out into the universe. And I think also being generous is a huge part of inviting abundance into your life. So
yeah. Well said. Nice.
So I have for the collective group bravery, and I think that's a good one for the energy right now, because we're going through some crazy times in this country, and this also fits in with people that have weathered the storms and are trying to rebuild and do. It's tough. It's a tough thing to do, and you got to be brave and you've got to be strong, even when you just don't even have a choice. But I'm telling you that right now, that bravery, it's out there for you, when you're working towards different things. And, like I said, when you've lost a lot because of the storms. And also when we see things coming up in politics, it's just this is a perfect card for what is going on right now. And I see that everybody is just working hard to do the right thing, even though they've been kicked down for a little bit. Everybody gets back up and they're just strong. So I feel a lot of strength and a lot of positivity for everybody.
Nice. And Shari French said something that I think we could all try to do.
That's a very good thing to do.
Very, very good. Thank you so much, Shari. That's really, really good. Really nice. Thank you so, so much. And we got a nice compliment from Valerie. These readings are so uplifting. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Good,
yeah, that is really, really nice. I mean, we're sitting here and we're putting this stuff out into the ethers, and I mean, we don't know. A few people will comment and say, yes, that resonated, or no, that didn't. But basically, we're just, pulling stuff out of our asses and hoping that it makes sense. I mean, yes, it's a psychic impression and a psychic message, but we often feel like we're just pulling it all out of the
Well, I mean,
wherever.
unless someone comes and says, "Hey, that really did something for me," we don't know.
We
So
don't know.
all of
The
you,
feedback
thank you for
is
acknowledging
helpful.
it.
Yeah,
Feedback is
feedback
helpful,
is-
right, Gerald?
Yes, thank you, Gerald.
I'm just like going, did I go into a different show? I'm just like going, did this suddenly turn into a caffeinated and unfiltered? I'm like going,
Just a
whoa.
comment on our I don't know. It just came out. It just needed to come
It's
out.
one of those things.
It's just one of those
Before we leave, I just want to mention that it was so nice to have Iris here today, because she
was.
put
It
a
was.
new kind of energy that I haven't noticed before, because I've been working with the same people all along, and I just happened to know that Iris is a lot younger than us, and it shows and it comes through, and I love that energy and that vibration. And she's really good. She's really good at doing these readings. So I hope, Iris, that you will come back and do this again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it when people call me young, so I might come back.
We'll
We
invite you
definitely
back.
are young.
We definitely will invite you back. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I think that about wraps it up. I don't have anything else to pull out of my ass, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody in the chat. You were very good sports about everything, and I hope these readings were helpful. And I hope that we got to the bottom of poverty thinking, and we're our goal, our mission to eradicate it on Earth. All right, everybody. We'll see you in a couple of weeks on another Friday with the Cool Crone Oracle. And
Yay.
I'm gonna video us out, music us out, whatever it is. Something
Bye-bye.
else out of my ass.
Bye-bye,
I don't
you
know.